It's a little cool on the homestead, so that's okay. And wet, but we're inside, staying dry. We're gonna do a little wood craft today, and it's pretty simple. And I'll put a picture up there, but I have a rough sketch just to help myself know the pieces that I need. I don't know if you can see that. It's going to be a little church, and there'll be one piece, centerpiece, and then two side pieces. And we'll make some little roof lines for it, and then a cute little door. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I made like these little doors before, and that's kind of what the type of project that I use them for. Here we go. I'm going to make a church. So let's go first gather the wood that we're going to need. This area is a lot of the little scrap stuff that's perfect for this type of project. The key is finding things that are right height. See, this would be perfect for the back side of the church. I can cut this one. We've already got half of it made. So, just going to go through this wood and see what I can find. And I also have a lot of the fence wood, and that might be good for this project as well. Okay, maybe this will give you a better idea. I've got these two little pieces. This piece will go in the back. This is how we'll make the little church. Two side pieces that go in there. This might be a little wide. I might have to cut this one down a little bit. Not liking the portions there. A little too wide. We can do that. So we cut these, and then here's our little door. Go on there. To do it a little closer because somebody told me I was too far away. Alright, this looks a little better proportionate wise. So now I want to cut some pieces. I want to make a little roof line just to give it that little bit of detail. This is not it, but just kind of finish it off a little bit and give it a little roof line there. So I need enough to cover all the pitches. I found this. A long piece, but the width is going to be just perfect because we want it to be a little bit wider than our board. You can see that. So what I'll do is I'll cut a strip, probably about 1/4 of an inch thick, and then we'll cut it down to fit on the tops of all these pitches on our roofs. Okay kids, stay in school because we've got math. That's what I keep telling my grandson. So we've got 3 of these and 6 of these that we need to get roofing for. we have 3 of these and 6 of these. So we need enough of this to go all those. So, and we want it to overhang just a little bit. So if we do 4 inches, that'll be fine. So we'll need 8 inches for the roof center. And then these are going to be 5 inches. So that'll be 10 inches for the side panels. So 18 inches, 5 and 4. So 4 we need 6, and 5 we need 10. Do a smaller one because there's no need for that deep staple. It's too much. I don't want it to go all the way through. And one thing I may not have mentioned, that in order to make this one look good, these are not evenly cut, see, because one's going to go over the other one, and so for it to come out evenly you have to do a little bit of measuring. So when I'm putting these on, one is going to go over the other. Out evenly, the roof line. See, this, if I made them both the same, one would have been hanging down farther than the other. But on these side pieces, you don't have to worry about that. Just put them on. Again, look at it. Eyeball. See where we like it to be. So now we have a finished, well, finished in the woodshop part. We will take it over to the studio and probably put a little wood glue, kind of get rid of some of the maybe sand on it a little bit, put a doorknob, put a wreath, then we'll be done. So I may put a bottom on these too, because they're not wanting to stand up. Here we are, done in the woodshop part. I did opt to put just a small little piece on the back here, just to help it stand up by itself. As you can see, they do just fine. Now we'll take them over to the studio and dress them up a little bit. are in the studio, and we'll work on these a little bit. Now, I'm not a professional photographer, so I am trying to take constructive advice from people. I hope this is, hope you can see this good enough. No, the lighting's not terribly good in here. Let's see if maybe that helps a little bit. So one of the things, I'm kind of detail, I don't know how to describe it. My husband says I just kind of throw things together sometimes, which I do because I like that rustic look. But as much as I like the rustic look, I really don't like seeing these brad holes. So cover those in. Need to decide if I want to stain, if I want to paint. I think generally people like the churches that are white. But I've got just these little tacks, and I just put one. I can either do black or gold, and I'll put it, and it makes it look like a little doorknob. So we have to decide on the color first. I think I'll put some stain on some of them, at least the roof line. We'll see how that. The ones made out of fence boards are probably fine just the way they are. But we'll see how it turns out. Just a little something on the roof line. Weathered look going, so I feel like the fence board ones will be fine. Door. Get it on there. Do one of those stain in it, or put a darker stain over it. You're not going to ruin it. So just go with it. And I don't know, maybe the door might be white. I'll have to look up some of those Pinterest pictures and see. This one for sure I want to go ahead. I know I'm going to paint it white, so I'm not going to worry about getting stained everywhere, but I want the roof line to be stained, so I don't have to be super careful on this one. I just know that the raw wood take that white paint better. Maybe I'll get it on the actual church part. all stained. Where we want them. And you really don't have to wait for this stuff to dry. I really like how that stain kind of had that almost like a grayish tint to it already. So that door a little bit better. That one. This one. It's good. Good. And put the stain away. Have to edit this video down if it's too long for y'all. This guy, we know we want him to be white. And I'll do the thing that I always do. This is going to be a bright white. And once it gets all painted, I'll come back and touch it up with a little stain just to kind of age it a little bit. We're back. Now, I did go ahead and paint this one white, which I think you saw me doing that. Now I'm just going to put just a little bit of stain on there to make it where it's not so bright white. I don't like them to look just freshly painted or brand new. To get it, try to age it a little bit. I think it's what that does for me. Okay, this one's ready. Keep doing that. And then I called an audible while on commercial break. I decided to paint this one. Red door, and we'll do the same thing on here. Just get a little bit of stain. We don't want that to be like bright red. To be kind of aged country red. I don't know how many churches have red doors, but I think it turned out. Red roof, red door. I might sand on it a little bit, but I need it to dry just a hair. This one, oops, that has red on it. So this one, again, just kind of same thing, just a little age on it. Bright white. And this one, I think we'll just leave just natural color. Now that we have our colors, now we can decide on what door handle. So I think black would probably disappear on this one. So I'm going to do just a brass one on here. And it's just, again, it's just a little kind of, I think they're upholstery tacks, I'm not sure. Just a little tack. See how cute that just adds a little doorknob to it. This red one, I think black would look good on it. So we'll put a little black doorknob on this one. There's that guy. And I think black on this one as well, because it's kind of a light stain on that wood. Ooh, that went flying. And this one is really dark door, so we're going to put a brass one on there. Part of the process is just, for me, is just going through stuff that I have and coming up with solutions to what I think might look good on there. I like to reuse every little thing, even scrap pieces of rope. So what I came up with for this one is just a little bit of rope on there, pieces, scrap pieces. I'm gonna feather it out a little bit. I had those red jingle bells, but I put a little stain on there just to kind of knock that bright red down. And we'll put that on there. It needs a little more the garland. I want the wreath to look a little too small. So I think that's going to be really cute on there. The red bells on there. So this one I can get, I've got some little staples. I like pimentos. And I love saving these little pimento jars because I have all these tiny little things that I keep in them. So these are just some little bitty staples that I like to use for these kind of projects. Because you can put it on there and then it just disappears, so you don't see it. Again, you don't see the mechanics of it. Sometimes glue just doesn't hold up all that well. Here comes some. Sorry, I'm not a professional photographer, but I'm trying to learn. I was asked to show a little bit closer. Let's hope this is not too close up. I think we're going to call this one good because these were bought, and the glue, I'm just afraid. I don't know for a fact, but I just don't think it would hold. I don't think it would stay on there, you know, long term. And I'm hoping that people can use these from year to year. So I want to make sure I get it on there good. But what I do, of course, is at the end of the season, I'll go to places like, you know, the dollar store, Hobby Lobby, whatever, and I'll buy, because I think these were ornaments, and maybe had probably 2 on a card. I've got some of these little trees too. They're super cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but we'll figure out something. Probably be better if I did it behind the bow. Just want to get it over the wire. There, that's a little bit better. And then, you know, I probably should have used Gorilla Glue now that I think about it, because that would hold up a little bit better. If you can see, there's a little wire ring around that, and then it has the stuff coming out. So I want to try to get this little staple over that wire so that it holds it down. And I want to try to get it in an area that you won't see it. Maybe I overthink it. I don't know. Trim. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're going to call these good. So we ended up with 4 little churches. And so it was a pretty quick project. And again, that's why I like to do multiples, because you can see it didn't take that much longer to do 4 than it would have to do 1. Today's project was really easy to make, and I think you can see now what I was talking about, that it's easy to make multiples while you're cutting. You might as well cut, you know, extra, because you can make, like we did today, we made 4 in just a tad bit longer than what it would have taken to make 1. And it doesn't have to be something that you sell. It could be a gift. You know, maybe you have friends that you want to give, or you have a gift exchange. If you're like me, you end up at multiple gift exchanges. So it's just nice to have them on hand, or, you know, just have them around your house, however you want to do it. But I love being able to use the scrap wood, and then the creativity of just seeing the pieces that I have around. What can I use? How can I make it look right? And just spending time, you know, making things that are fun and pretty. And all right, now I'm gonna go do some farm chores. But thanks for watching, and we'll see what we get up to next time.